Life has a way of proving that even the tiniest moments hold immense significance. But who could have foreseen that amidst the grandeur of achieving monumental feats on the global stage, it would have been a simple kiss that would steal the spotlight? Unbelievably, this scenario has unfolded for the Spanish female national team and their leader, Luis Rubiales, president of the Spanish Football Federation, the day that Spain had won the World Cup. In an unexpected twist, the Women's World Cup has become the backdrop for a controversy that has captured the world's attention. The Spanish Football Federation is now convening an extraordinary and urgent meeting to address what has been dubbed the kissing row. Influential figures within the federation, representing various regions, are vociferously demanding the immediate resignation of President Luis Rubiales. This kiss and call for action goes beyond a simple change in leadership. They're advocating for a comprehensive and rapid overhaul of the entire organisation. This story, of course, has a much bigger picture attached to it. Sportelligence recently covered this in another video regarding the big problem with women's football today. But for now, we're focusing solely on the story of a kiss that will navigate the turbulent aftermath of Rubiales' action upon Jenni Hermoso, a prominent player in the Spanish team. The situation took another dramatic turn on a Saturday morning that felt like a scene from a suspenseful thriller. Just when the stage was already set, courtesy of disciplinary proceedings initiated by FIFA against Rubiales, a couple of days later, the tension escalated. In a statement that reverberated across the football world, FIFA declared a decisive move: a ban on the 46-year-old official from engaging in any football-related activities, both on the national and international fronts. This unprecedented decision would hold for an initial period of 90 days, casting an air of uncertainty over Rubiales' future in the world of football. Adding to the intrigue, Jorge Ivan Palacio, the head of the FIFA Disciplinary Committee, issued a stern directive to Rubiales and the Spanish Football Federation. They were to strictly refrain from any form of contact, whether direct or indirect, with Jenni Hermoso. It was a command that carried the weight of authority, underscoring the gravity of the situation. In the midst of this unfolding drama, Hermoso's voice emerged, resolute and unyielding. She accused the Spanish Football Federation of fostering a culture that was manipulative, hostile and domineering. A powerful undercurrent surged through her words, as if echoing the sentiments of a collective. Indeed, it was a chorus of 81 players who added their signatures to a letter that spoke volumes. A pledge that they would refuse any summons to join the national team as long as Rubiales held his position. In an astonishing twist that played out like a scene from a dramatic screenplay, Rubiales found himself caught up in a celebratory gesture that defied all expectations. With mere meters separating him from none other than the Spain's Queen Letizia and her teenage daughter, he shockingly seized his crotch in a moment of exuberant jubilation. As the murmurs of disbelief spread like wildfire, Rubiales extended an apology for his startling behaviour in the hallowed VIP precincts. However, he didn't stop at an apology. His resolve remained unshaken.
Estoy apenado porque ante el mayor éxito de nuestra historia en el fútbol femenino y uno de los mayores en general, ¿no? Ya es la segunda Copa del Mundo que conseguimos, pues esto haya empañado en cierto modo la celebración. Hay un hecho pues, que tengo que lamentar y es pues, todo lo que ha ocurrido entre una jugadora y yo, con una magnífica relación entre ambos, al igual que con otras, y donde pues seguramente me he equivocado, lo tengo que reconocer, pues porque en un momento de máxima efusividad, sin ninguna mala intención, sin ninguna mala fe, pues bueno, ocurrió lo que ocurrió. Aquí no se entendía, pues porque lo veíamos algo natural, normal y para nada, repito, con ninguna mala fe. Pero fuera parece que se ha formado un revuelo, pues que desde luego si hay gente que se ha sentido por esto dañada, tengo que disculparme, no queda otra, ¿no? Y además aprender de esto y entender que cuando uno es presidente de una institución tan importante como la Federación, pues tiene que, sobre todo en ceremonias, en este tipo de cuestiones, tener más cuidado.
On a momentous Friday, in front of an audience that was both expectant and critical, he embarked on an impassioned speech. Amidst the charged atmosphere, he boldly declared that he had become the target of what he termed a social assassination. His words, infused with an unwavering determination, echoed powerfully through the assembly, evoking applause from the delegates who had gathered for an extraordinary General Assembly of the Spanish Football Federation. Rubiales was unequivocal in his stance, repeatedly and emphatically asserting, "I will not resign."
No voy a dimitir. No voy a dimitir. No voy a dimitir. No voy a dimitir. No voy a dimitir.
His unwavering stance created a rift between those who expected his resignation and those who watched, captivated by the unfolding drama. As the room held its collective breath, Rubiales offered his version of events, characterising the incident as spontaneous, mutual, euphoric, and consensual. His words painted a picture that contradicted the apparent shocking nature of his actions. Amidst the escalating tension, all eyes had been on a crucial meeting scheduled for Friday. Many anticipated that this would mark the end of Rubiales' tenure. Yet, in a move that stunned many, he took to the stage with defiance etched across his face. He painted himself as the protagonist in a narrative of persecution, attributing the controversy to a witch hunt by false feminists. The spotlight turned firmly onto Rubiales, a figure elected to his position in the spring of 2018 as he took centre stage. The assembly, convened by the Spanish Football Federation with a sense of urgency, provided a riveting backdrop for his address. Applause rippled through the room, a chorus of approval that echoed his presence. In the midst of this charged atmosphere, Rubiales embarked on a passionate explanation. He leaned into the microphone, his words a blend of conviction and rationale. He recounted the moments that had led to his now infamous gesture, seeking to provide the insight into the circumstances that had spurred him into action. Rubiales' voice held a note of sincerity as he shared his perspective. He revealed that his seemingly audacious move, the gesture that had sparked widespread shock, had stemmed from a desire to offer solace. He recounted a pivotal juncture in the match, a moment of high stakes where Hermoso had faced the daunting task of converting a late penalty. However, the football gods had a different plan, and the opposing goalkeeper, Mary Earps, thwarted Hermoso's efforts. In the aftermath of that critical save, Rubiales described his instinctive response was an attempt to console Hermoso. His words painted a picture of empathy, of a leader who had connected with the emotions of his players. With a sense of authenticity, he sought to convey that his actions, though unconventional, had emerged from a place of compassion and solidarity. "Jenni was the one who lifted me up," he said. "I told her to forget about the penalty, and I said to her, a little peck, and she said, okay. It was a spontaneous kiss, mutual, euphoric, and consensual. That's the key. A consensual peck is enough to get me out of here. There are many people who, although silent, are supporting me, more than those who are against me." The coach who led Spain to victory in the World Cup has finally stepped forward, breaking the silence that hung heavy in the aftermath of the unfolding events. With a resolute tone, he directed his criticism towards the now suspended Rubiales, leaving no room for ambiguity as he deemed the kiss as nothing short of inappropriate and unacceptable. Through the pages of the esteemed Spanish publication Marca, Jorge Vilda found his voice. In a statement that carried the weight of his experience and authority, he began to paint his perspective on the matter, a perspective that was sure to captivate those who followed his every word. The events that have taken place since Spain won the Women's World Cup for the first time in its history have been real nonsense and have generated an unprecedented situation, tarnishing a deserved triumph of our players and our country. I deeply regret that the victory of Spanish women's football has been harmed by the inappropriate behaviour that our until now president, Luis Rubiales, has carried out and that he himself has acknowledged. There is no doubt that it is unacceptable and does not reflect at all the principles and values that I defend in my life, in sport in general, and in football in particular. A clearly undesirable climate has been generated, far from what should have been a great celebration of Spanish sport and women's sport. Stepping into the heart of the storm, Pedro Roca, the interim president of the Spanish Federation, has taken a crucial step by summoning a meeting slated for Monday. With a charged air surrounding the impeding gathering, Roca seems to engage in a comprehensive evaluation of the Federation's current state. As the spokesperson revealed, this assessment will delve into the very fabric of the Federation, unravelling the threads that have led to the current situation and scrutinising the potential decisions and actions that must be undertaken. Yet, even as the Federation seeks to address the core of its challenges, the echoes of disapproval and reproach reverberate from unexpected quarters. three of the federation's primary commercial partners, namely Iberia, Curvases Victoria, and Iberdrola, have voiced their condemnation of Rubiales' actions. In a remarkable act of distancing, they have carved out a space that signals a clear distinction between their brands and the actions that have sparked this controversy. In this saga that have seemed plucked from the pages of a suspenseful novel, the world of football found itself gripped by a narrative that was as captivating as it was unexpected. The decisions made and the alliances formed in the coming days would shape not only the destiny of individuals, but also the very fabric of Spanish football itself. The global stage meant to showcase athletic prowess has now transformed into a stage for both football and scandal. As the Spanish Football Federation faces its defining moment, the world watches to see how it will navigate this intricate play of emotions, expectations, and leadership dynamics. It's an incredible story, a moment of glory stolen by one man who was meant to be an ambassador, a leader for the Spanish Football Federation. We're up to date right now, but where this story goes, nobody really knows. For the time being, what are your thoughts? Is this a defining moment in women's football, or do you think it's been blown entirely out of context? Do let us know in the comment section below. Whilst you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with in-depth knowledge from all of football's breaking stories. We'll see you soon.